Assalamu alaikum. Welcome back to Attar Radio. We had a short impromptu break after my EP student Hafiruz he left back to his class after his speech and our short interview. Now for the second part of this English tutoring hour, I would like to do some English tutoring. And the topic for today is everyday expressions in English. Now you may wonder, like everyday expressions, what do you mean by that? Well, in general, when you learn English, normally you learn English from the books, and it may be academic English. So the English that you hear may be not how people speak in real life. So I want to teach you a few expressions that people would actually use in real life and that you may not learn about when you study English purely from a book or audio material. So these are 12 common expressions in English that I want to explain and give some examples of. So I have the following expressions, and I'm just gonna start with the first one. The expression "there's no point," or in a sentence, "there is no point in doing something." Okay, there's no point. What does it mean? It means it's useless. Something is not worth doing. You can say there's no point. And in Thai you would say ไม่มีประโยชน์ที่จะ or ทำไปก็ไม่เกิดประโยชน์ทำไปก็ไม่เกิดประโยชน์ So I hope that my pronunciation is correct. How do we use that in practical terms? For example, when people start talking to each other about something, someone may say, "Oh, we disagree." เราไม่ได้เห็นด้วย We don't agree on something. There is no point in arguing. If you really don't agree on something, then you can just say to the other person, "There's no point in talking about this because we're not gonna agree." There's no point in arguing. ไม่มีประโยชน์ที่จะเถียงไม่มีประโยชน์ที่จะเถียง There's no point in arguing. Or there's no point in leaving now. ออกไปตอนนี้ก็ไม่เกิดประโยชน์ Or there's no point in worrying too much. กังวลไปก็ไม่มีประโยชน์กังวลไปก็ไม่มีประโยชน์ There's no point in worrying too much. Okay, that means it's no use. Whatever you do, there's no point because something is gonna happen anyway. The second expression for today, there's nothing wrong, or there is nothing wrong with something. That means it's okay. It's not a problem. Nothing wrong with it. It's my bad. In Thai you could say ไม่มีอะไรผิดกับ or ไม่ใช่เรื่องผิด Okay, ไม่ใช่เรื่องผิด For example, there's nothing wrong with asking questions. การถามคำถามไม่ใช่เรื่องผิด Or there's nothing wrong with being quiet. การเป็นคนเงียบไม่ใช่เรื่องผิด Or there's nothing wrong with taking a break. การพักผ่อนไม่ใช่เรื่องผิด There's nothing wrong with it. Okay? So it means no problem. Or ไม่เป็นไร You could also say that in English, but generally how we would translate it in Thai, it's ไม่ใช่เรื่องผิด or ไม่มีอะไรผิดกับบางอย่าง Okay? The third expression, I get it. Very short one, I get it. That means I understand. เข้าใจแล้ว or อ๋อเข้าใจแล้ว So for example, in English you can say, oh, I get it now. อ๋อเข้าใจแล้ว or you don't need to explain again. I get it. ไม่ต้องอธิบายอีกแล้วเข้าใจแล้ว or just okay, I get it. Okay, เข้าใจแล้ว okay, that I get it, I understand. Okay, I get it is another way to say I understand, but it's not always used where you might expect it. It's not a direct translation of I understand, but it's used in a lot of situations where people maybe keep explaining something to you and you just want to say, okay, เข้าใจแล้ว meaning you don't have to explain anymore, now I get it, now I know what you mean. Expression number 4, it's up to you. That means you decide. It's your choice. In Thai you would say แล้วแต่ or แล้วแต่คุณเลยแล้วแต่คุณเลย or คุณตัดสินใจได้เลย In English we can use it for example in a sentence like we can eat here or there. It's up to you. จะกินที่นี่หรือที่นั่นก็ได้แล้วแต่คุณ or you can also say เอาที่สบายใจ but that's slightly different in Thai. So แล้วแต่ is the most direct translation of it's up to you. Another example, you can come or stay home. It's up to you. จะมาก็ได้หรืออยู่บ้านก็ได้แล้วแต่คุณ or third example, it's your choice. It's up to you. เป็นการตัดสินใจของคุณเลยเป็นการตัดสินใจของคุณเลย meaning it's your choice, up to you, you decide. Okay, the 5th expression for today, anything else, meaning do you want something more? In Thai you would say เอาอย่างอื่นอีกไหมเอาอย่างอื่นอีกไหม or มีอะไรเพิ่มเติมอีกไหมมีอะไรเพิ่มเติมอีกไหม For example, would you like a drink? Anything else? รับเครื่องดื่มไหมเอาอย่างอื่นอีกไหม or that's all, anything else? แค่นี้ใช่ไหมมีอะไรเพิ่มอีกไหม or the third example, any questions? Anything else? มีคำถามไหมเพิ่มอีกไหม Alright, anything else? Do you want more than this? Is there anything else? เอาอะไรอีก You can also say that. Okay, at the market, เอาอะไรอีกครับ if you wanna sell to something to someone. The 6th expression, if you say so, also very used a lot. I accept what you say, but I'm not 100% sure. Meaning, okay, I accept it, but you're not sure what the other person is saying is the correct thing. In Thai you would say ถ้าคุณว่าอย่างนั้นก็แล้วกันถ้าคุณว่าอย่างนั้นก็แล้วกัน or งั้นก็ได้ okay, this is also an exercise for me to practice my Thai. Example, you think this is the best way? If you say so, meaning the speaker, the one saying this, is not really sure if what the other person is saying or proposing is the correct course of action, but it's more like a way to avoid any problems and avoid any issues. So you don't want to have like a conflict with someone else, So you say, okay, if you say so, meaning, okay, let's do it, but I don't really agree with it. I'm not sure if it's gonna work. You think this is the best way? Okay, if you say so. คุณคิดว่าวิธีนี้ดีที่สุดหรืองั้นก็ได้ Okay, งั้นก็ได้ if you say so. Or okay, if you say so. Okay, ถ้าคุณว่าอย่างนั้นก็แล้วกัน Okay, ถ้าคุณว่าอย่างนั้นก็แล้วกัน Or if you say so, let's try. งั้นก็ลองดูก็ได้ Okay, so those are expressions that I don't really use I don't use all of these expressions in Thai, so it's a bit of an eye-opener for me too to learn how to say it in Thai. But of course you're here to learn English, so let's move on to the next expression. Expression number 7, that makes sense, which means I understand and it sounds reasonable. In other words, it's a bit like if you say so, where if you say so, then it means you don't really agree with it, but you just want to avoid any problems, any conflict. But when you say that makes sense, you agree more with it. It's basically you're like, okay, let's do it. It makes sense. In other words, you are more positive about what the other person says to you. In Thai you could say ฟังดูมีเหตุผล or เข้าใจเลย For example, the train was late because of rain. That makes sense. Okay? This is not about someone's opinion. This is just you're just saying that the train was late because of the rain, and of course that makes sense. It's understandable. So รถไฟมาช้าเพราะฝนตก ฟังดูมีเหตุผล Okay, ฟังดูมีเหตุผล that makes sense. Second example, you were tired, so you went home early. That makes sense. คุณเหนื่อยเลยกลับเร็ว เข้าใจเลย Okay, it makes sense. เข้าใจเลย I mean, you really understand it. It makes sense to you. Number 8, it depends. Next expression, it depends. The meaning of that is not always yes or no. It changes. So when you say it depends, it means sometimes yes, other times no. In Thai, you could say แล้วแต่กรณี or ขึ้นอยู่กับสถานการณ์ Is this exam difficult? It depends. ข้อสอบยากไหม แล้วแต่กรณี ข้อสอบยากไหม แล้วแต่กรณี Is this exam difficult? It depends. Or the question, will you come tomorrow? Will you come tomorrow? Okay, let's ask it as if it's a real question. Will you come tomorrow? It depends. Okay, so basically these are two people talking to each other. One person asks the question, like, is this exam difficult? And the other person says, it depends. Okay, normally you're not talking to yourself like this. You're not asking yourself questions. So let's take a look at the second example again. Will you come tomorrow? And then you say, it depends. พรุ่งนี้จะมาไหม ขึ้นอยู่กับสถานการณ์ It depends. ขึ้นอยู่กับสถานการณ์ Or the third example, is this food expensive? It depends. อาหารนี้แพงไหม แล้วแต่ร้าน It depends. It depends on the shop. Okay, แล้วแต่ร้าน Okay, so let's go to number 9. In total I have 12 expressions. Now we arrive at number 9. I'm not sure. The meaning of that is, of course, you don't know for sure, you're not certain about it. Okay? ไม่แน่ใจ or ยังไม่มั่นใจ Okay? ไม่แน่ใจ or ยังไม่มั่นใจ For example, I'm not sure about the time. ไม่แน่ใจเรื่องเวลา I'm not sure if he will come. ไม่แน่ใจว่าเขาจะมาไหม or I'm not sure, let me check. ยังไม่มั่นใจ ขอเช็คก่อน ยังไม่มั่นใจ ขอเช็คก่อน I'm not sure, let me check. Okay? I'm not sure. ไม่แน่ใจ or ไม่มั่นใจ Alright, number 10. Take your time. That means no hurry. ไม่ต้องรีบ in Thai. Or ค่อยๆทำได้ For example, you can answer later. Take your time. ตอบที่หลังก็ได้ ไม่ต้องรีบ ตอบที่หลังก็ได้ ไม่ต้องรีบ Okay? You can answer later. Take your time. Second example, don't rush. Take your time. ไม่ต้องรีบ ค่อยๆทำ Take your time. I'll wait. ไม่ต้องรีบ ผมรอได้ Now, number 11, expression 11, that's fine. That's fine means it's okay or no problem. ได้เลย or ไม่เป็นไร Is it okay if I sit here? That's fine. นั่งตรงนี้ได้ไหม ได้เลย Sorry I'm late. That's fine. ขอโทษที่มาสาย ไม่เป็นไร And the third example, tomorrow instead of today. That's fine. พรุ่งนี้แทนวันนี้ได้ไหม ได้เลย Okay, and the final expression for today, what do you mean? Okay, that's something that a lot of English speakers ask each other. What do you mean? It doesn't mean you don't understand someone's English, but it's more like you don't understand what they're really saying. Okay, you don't understand the meaning, the ความหมาย you don't understand that. It means, please explain more. You want more explanation. In Thai, we would say, หมายความว่ายังไง or หมายถึงอะไร หมายถึงอะไร For example, this is dangerous. What do you mean? เรื่องนี้อันตราย หมายความว่าอะไร or หมายความว่ายังไง And the final example, I don't understand. What do you mean? ผมไม่เข้าใจหมายถึงอะไร or หมายถึงอะไรครับ Of course, in Thai you would say, you would use kap or ka, of course. So that's not in the examples here, but you would add that. Okay? ได้เลยครับ or ไม่เป็นไรครับ or เรื่องนี้อันตรายค่ะ Okay, so whether you're a man or a woman, add kap or ka to your heart's content. But in English, let's go over them one more time. There's no point. There's nothing wrong. I get it. It's up to you. Anything else? If you say so, that makes sense. It depends. I'm not sure. Take your time. That's fine. Or what do you mean? Those are the 12 expressions of today, and perhaps for next time I'll come up with a few more expressions that we use in everyday English, or we can use these expressions again to have more, to do some exercises with it, to see more examples and how to practically use them more. Because today I talk more about the Thai equivalent, which is of course very important. But the best way to use them in English is just by actually using them in practical sentences. So don't be afraid to use these expressions in your interactions with English speakers. Okay, so because it really helps. Okay, and it can be in spoken or written form. Okay, listeners to Attar Radio, thank you for tuning in to this week's English tutoring hour. So we had a student on the show, and we had some English tutoring about everyday expressions. Thanks for joining, and you're welcome to join again next week, where there will be another presenter. For today, I want to say, have a nice day. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.